I'm Sherry Russell from mining.com.au, and we have just wrapped up a bunch of NWR communications presentations, and I'm so fortunate that I'm here in person with Donald Garner, the Managing Director of Yultani Resources. Donald, good to see I made you smile, but so you should be smiling because it turns out you've got a bucket load or a potential bucket load of antimony hiding out at Antimony's Reward as part of your Herberton project. Mate, you've had an announcement out on the 5th of September. What are the highlights?
Look, we put the announcement out today. As you know, antimony is currently at 25,000 US a ton. It's been driven by a global concentrate shortage, plus the imminent Chinese export controls, with China being basically the world's sole producer of antimony products. So we've got, as part of our Herberton project, we have antimony rewards. When I was at RVR, I actually applied for the EPM over antimony reward back in 2019. And back then, I thought it was a really good antimony prospect project. Good grades in the drilling, 3 meters, 5% antimony, good continuity, and the potential for so much more. So you apply for it in Red River, put it in the bag in Red River. Then, when I was at Red River, we also bought Hillgrove, the antimony mine in New South Wales, which is now in our bottle. So, why antimony? Well, basically, 25,000 US a ton. Why not?
Why not?
And it's, we've got a portfolio of projects. We've got obviously Orient, the Indian Silver project, plus antimony reward up in Herberton. Plus we've got a bunch of copper projects. But, as someone said to me, you have to fish where the fish are. And, if the market wants antimony, we will give the market antimony, because ultimately it's everyone's job at Yultani, the board, myself, Eric's job to drive the share price. We have to create the work, create the value, which lifts the share price, which delivers a reward to our shareholders. So, antimony it is.
So let's take a look at what antimony starts out life as. Now, listen, the geology nerd in me is going to have a freaking good day. Yeah. So this is stibnite here in its natural form.
Yeah, this is a vein of massive stibnite in quartz from antimony reward. Mm-hmm. And if you can look, you probably can't pick this up on camera, but if you look really closely, you'll see the needles of stibnite. So stibnite has an acicular, needle-like structure. Mm-hmm. And if you go online and look at the classic museum-type specimens, you'll see all these needles of stibnite. The stibnite is antimony sulfide. That's Sb2S3. Mm-hmm. So stibnite is approximately pure stibnite, 71.7% antimony. So if you think antimony is 25,000 US a ton, pure stibnite is, let me get this right, about 20,000 US a ton. So you can see the attraction to us.
Certainly, and you just happened to strategically put antimony into Yultani Resources at the time of IPO.
It came as part of the Herberton project, so it was always there.
It was always there, but you just happen to have this very critical metal right now as part of your portfolio to explore for.
Look, we've got a portfolio of multiple assets, and we don't know which assets are going to win. We don't know which assets are going to lose. So it's good to have a portfolio of assets with exposure to different commodities.
Well, it's a de-risking approach to exploration.
It is. And if you look at a commodity perspective, there's a couple of really big themes in the world at the moment. One, you've got this overarching theme of electrification as the world moves to zero carbon emissions. Electrification, obviously, as everyone knows, is copper. Mm-hmm. And silver has a huge part to play in that as well, with silver going to solar panels. And, there's various groups that predict that by 2030, solar will be the world's largest energy source. So what you're likely to see is solar plus grid storage, big grid storage batteries, where the battery chemistry for grid storage will probably be different to EVs, because EVs are volume constrained because you can only have so much room for battery. Mm-hmm. So you're looking for high energy density batteries, which are lithium. In grid storage, because you can build grid storage batteries anywhere you want, you're not necessarily volume constrained as well. So you're going to see the arrival of different technologies like sodium ion for grid storage. So copper, silver, great for that thematic. But the other big thematic, which is driving things like antimony, is critical minerals. Who produces them? Who controls them? Mm-hmm. What are they used for? So obviously, as everyone is aware, China have come out with these export controls on antimony products, kicking in on September the 15th. China is the major producer of antimony products, or the producer of antimony products globally. It controls the world's smelting capacity. There is a smelter in Oman, SPMP, that is currently on care and maintenance because it can't source enough antimony concentrates to run.
Mm-hmm.
So China produces the antimony concentrate and also hoovers up all the antimony concentrates ex-China from overseas,
Mm-hmm.
takes in China, smelts to antimony, then antimony goes into various products. Main use of antimony to antimony trioxide, which is antimony oxide, which uses a flame retardant, plastic, rubber, things like that. Plus you've got antimony used in batteries, hardened lead, ammunition, etc., etc. So back in the day when we pegged antimony reward for Red River, antimony was trading at about 12,000 US a ton. Today, 25,000 US a ton. So 1% antimony, 250 US a ton, 2% and so on and so forth. You can do the math. So from an economic perspective, we think that antimony reward will be economically viable. And there is a processing route that may be open to us to process the material. It's a sulfide mineral, crushed dry and float, produces concentrate, silicon. From a market perspective, look, within Australia, you've got obviously you've got Hillgrove, which is held by Larvotto Resources,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously Mark
Yep.
and Ron at Larvotto, and they've done a fantastic job there, and their share price has gone up to 40 cents, the market cap 140, 150 million. Great job by those guys and great for their shareholders. Costerfield, which is the antimony gold mine in Victoria, near Fosterville. Costerfield is held by Mandalay Resources, a TSX listed company. Then next, we think it's going to be antimony reward. So, if we would mind cheese if we create value for our shareholders. So we think this is going to create value for our shareholders, so we're going to position ourselves there.
Sorry, it took me a minute to work out what you said.
Sorry.
That was brilliant.
Sorry.
No, okay.
No, but it's about our job, the company's job, directors, board management, is to create value for shareholders, but do it in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
But create value for shareholders. And we listed at 20 cents. I want to see our share price above 20 cents. We were up to 23.5 cents today. I think we're going to close around 20. Not great, but 20 cents is. So everyone who came in the IPO still should be in the money or close to the money or after the IPO. But we want to create value for shareholders, so we have to do something different, and
Well, you have that strong advantage by having a critical mineral.
yeah. Well, we've also got indium at Orient, which is a critical mineral as well. But
Mhm.
Antimony, good stuff.
Listen, I would love to sit here and talk about this all day, but I have two problems. A, it's a Melbourne spring, which means it's clearly 10 degrees outside.
Look, this it's a wee bit wet and windy, but I'm from Scotland.
I know,
You should try
This
this.
was a summer's day for you.
If there was sunlight, there might be people. If the sun came out, you might see people start sunbathing in Scotland. But
But also, too, I've stolen you away from a lot of investors.
no.
You had a great presentation today. I just want to summarize this. You had a great presentation today. Really engaging topics. Really great project that you're clearly working very hard to deliver value to the market. Listen, thank you for bringing the rocks.
In terms of delivering value, look, I got the receipt back from the Assay Lab, so the samples are in the Assay Lab. We've got them in ALS and Townsville. They're on Rush assays.
They're on Rush. All right.
So it should be 1 to 2 weeks. We've just signed the CCA agreement with the landowner, so we've got to get the First Nations people out to clear. And Eric Norm, our exploration manager, he's lining up an RC rig for us. So yeah, aim to be drilling it in September, early October.
I look very.
Come up and see.
We just need some dates and I can come up.
Look, once you know when the rigs, we'll let you know.
Will it?
So we can see if we're hitting this, and hopefully we are hitting this in the drill holes.
I hope so too. Listen, Donald, I need to let you get back inside. Yeah. Thank you so much for enjoying this balmy weather with me. But thank you for bringing a rock for me to play with.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.